the Southern Flow, Loomis Brinks.
Your boy Trey B.
Hey man, we appreciate everybody for thinking about us.
For sure.
There was a lot of people tapping in, asking when we were coming back with the Southern Flow. As y'all see, we had to get into some new accommodations.
Yeah, we in a new set.
Yeah.
We in a more,
Yeah.
It's still Southern Flow, but we in a more
Just relax.
Just relax. Shout out to Just Relax, man.
Yeah. So we just been building up on the backside pause. But on the logistics of things, we just been building up, really figuring out what type of content we wanted to bring in. But talking to Trey B, he was just like, we kick it how we kick it. Somebody was asking about, when you talk about lifestyle, you talk about culture, all the etc.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Sum it up. And I thought about when we were talking, we were building on the couch that day in here. And we were like 80% conscious, 20% ratchet.
Ratchetness, yeah. The ratchet side of
I wouldn't necessarily say BS.
Yeah.
But yeah, like ratchet.
Because it all has its purpose.
Yeah.
So it's a message behind the.
It's provocative.
Yeah, it's a message behind the man.
It gets the people going.
For sure.
Yeah. But without further ado, we really want to get into it. We really want to build up, talk about the lifestyle, talk about the culture, and all the etc. It's so much has happened over the
span 6, 7 months.
Yeah, has it been that long?
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, we coming. We coming.
For sure.
So much has happened, so much has taken place. But it only makes sense just to get into what's relevant. So we jotted some notes. So we'll start with something like the presidential election.
Oh yeah.
That's spicy.
It's on fire right now, bro.
Yeah.
You can't get on social media without seeing something about the election, bro. What Kamala said, what Trump said, what their supporters saying, man, you can't miss it, bro. It's must-see TV.
I was listening to a clip from 50 Cent. I think he was at that Invest Fest with Earn Your Leisure in Atlanta. And it was like a little segment, and it was just saying his PR told him to avoid conversation about politics and religion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
I feel like, because like you say, whatever, it's like the court. Whatever you say will and can be used against you, bro. I think it was a couple weeks ago, they was just on Janet Jackson about what she said about Kamala, man.
Yeah.
Janet
Jackson said something about Kamala.
Everybody big spill on her, and everybody, regards to her saying she ain't black. So I think she said something along those lines, and it didn't go good for her. But she was all over the media.
Janet Jackson. Was it something like against Kamala or?
Yeah, it was just she ain't black.
Janet Jackson said she ain't black.
Yeah, along those lines. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was something like that.
Okay then. I mean, it's like certain settings.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm learning is that conversation does rule the nation.
For sure.
And I feel like in certain rooms, conversation can be healing. But sometimes people don't want to talk because it's like you're going to be chastised for your opinion. Yeah.
In the world we live in today.
Yeah, we have to now intentionally open a forum. Like, hey, this is a forum.
You got to think before you talk now.
Yeah,
for sure.
Being mindful, but I think in a forum you should be able to share your perspective, because when I give you this disclaimer and let you know we're in a forum, it's like, hey, these things are held true to the individual. It doesn't mean, as long as you ain't forcing yourself on people and all that type stuff. But it just seems like you can't say nothing. Everything is
everybody out to get you, bro.
And I'm going all that way to say, because I have no opinion on neither party.
Yeah.
it sounds crazy on both ends. Like if you tune into it, whatever these red people talk about, whatever these blue people, it's some crazy.
Yeah, they both head.
It's crazy.
Head scratches.
Is this really? Is this really going on?
For sure.
Yeah. So that's why I asked that question. You know, just like religion is sensitive. You can't have an opinion.
Sure.
It's only one way.
Yeah.
A new word I was learning is like, a fellow artist was using the word monolithic.
You gotta break that one down.
So I think this is like when you're a monolith, it's more like this culture is all on one belief system.
I got you.
We all believe and see the same way.
Yeah.
Cause we share similarities in our skin color.
Yeah.
Cause we so called what they say is black.
Yeah.
I think I'm brown. I think I'm brown. Yeah. I think you're brown skin.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But dang, what was I saying?
Just on the regards of the presidential election, like you were saying, like you have no, you sway neither way.
Yeah. It's I'll put my own name down on the ballot and vote for myself. Okay. Yeah. Cause it's crazy, man.
The only thing I will say, and I do stand on, is do exercise your right to vote. Cause the people before you, laid down their life, lost their life. Went through all sorts of trauma just for you to have the right to vote. So like you say, even if you do put your name down, exercise your right. I have no opinion on who you should vote for, who not to vote for. I believe who you vote for, it should be between you and yourself.
I believe in meritocracy. Yeah. And it's like only you can prevent forest fire. And I'm not dethroning nothing that I'm not dethroning anything that our ancestors did to only push the needle forward for us. Cause man, you'll look across the times that time spectrum, and like when there was a lot of catastrophic, what we deem catastrophic going on, it was people also thriving. It may have been in little spurts. Yeah. But eventually it even grew. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think it's deep. It's just like it's so many layers to that. Even when we say things like we gotta vote, cause like, does that vote really matter? Yeah. And that's just a genuine question. Some people like, does it matter? Do you see what he's saying? Do you see what? It's like, oh my God, just calm down. Cause only at the end of the day, you gotta get it for you regardless. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely take note to that, like in our local politics. Like what's going on? Like right here where we at. We need parks and recreation for the youth. Schools.
You got the kids running wild, shooting up all these, events and stuff, or, you got kids, using all these, flooding the community with drugs and all this. Yeah. And, you seeing the effects of it, you appoint the judges and the district attorneys and the law enforcement, officers and all that.
And it's sad, but we got to play that game because that's what it is. Like,
but when don't be that person to be like, oh, well, he only got 10 years or he only got when that election time come around, that's when you exercise your right. Yeah. And you go be the change you want to see. Exactly. If you feel like them people in that position is doing something wrong, you can get the person that you feel like will
get behind somebody. Yeah,
for sure.
And I think sometimes it take community effort. And it's like I feel like that's something that we lack. We ain't even got communities. It's more like just individuals. So people don't really have anything that they're tied to really care. We just more concerned about sharing our opinion and just being heard. Oh yeah, they heard my opinion. They heard how I feel.
Just throwing darts at the board and hoping something stick, man. That's how everybody tries to do, bro.
Man, they don't like what work. What work are you putting in? So. For sure. I mean, ultimately, I think it's interesting. It's interesting. It's provocative.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely entertaining, though.
Do you think that? Do you think? Do you think that would change? Will we always be? cause the way I look, it's like, man, it's almost looking like a video game now or a cartoon. Like,
You mean like
just how they carrying themselves. Like this is a joke. Am I being punked?
Yeah.
So it's like, do you see that being something that's going? Do you think it could change into like a? I think with like a dictatorship is like kingship.
I don't think it could be a dictatorship because you know the era of social media and you know just the we in the era of social media and opinions, bro.
But I mean, and I don't know because I never been in that region, been on that side. But like, how does that work in Russia or China? You know, these other. And I just got to get into my I guess your historical and what they call it, civic. Is it civics? When you just learn about hierarchy and government and
things are governed and
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Cause I don't really care about titles, but I know that the politics are different in different countries.
I got you.
So, I mean, it's just interesting to see.
Yeah.
Cause at the end of the day, I still feel like it's up to that individual as to if their life is gonna change or not.
For sure. We'll all see the outcome of it, bro, and in you know the month of November when the election ballots come out and
vote Loomis Brinks.
Vote Southern Flow.
Yeah. yeah.
So, Loomis Brinks and Trey B for president.
Yeah, I ain't want to bring Trey, but that's real. Vote the Southern Flow. Vote the Southern Flow in there. That's a real bill.
But yeah. Come November, bro, we'll be back on the couch talking about how the ballots unfolding and how it's, my pivot in this as we bring a Southern flow is to also encourage the people, continue to put that seed into their minds, until they understand like the sky is just a view. For sure.
And it's like really figuring out, who you are and what's your flavor. What's your style? How you build it, Anyhow, the port strikes, the economy, inflation.
That ties
all of these things.
And that just it's October the 1st, so that's up today. That's up today.
Oh.
That's the day the first day. No, this
the port strike.
The port strike. So
yeah. I said they're gonna port their ass up out of there.
Yeah, we'll see how long this carry on, bro. Man, Almighty Dollar and Almighty Uncle Sam, he gonna find his way to.
What if something like that just sparked up somebody like, yeah, we're gonna put it all on social media and we're gonna pout. And I understand it's severity to things, it's levels,
sure.
But I'm like, man, because you watch the system and it'll be looking for a reason for you to do something like that, just so they be like, no, we have the automated arms.
Yeah, because that's really one reason why they say they going on strike too, not just because of the wages, because they're trying to undercut them with the robots and the technology. But my thing is, bro, I mean, going on strike is cool, but they also got to realize, bro, what they're going on strike for is for like goods and services that the American people also need. So by you going on strike, you're also affecting the whole American society as a whole. Cause
so that's some selfish mob.
In a way, I feel like it. Yeah. In a way, I feel like it, because you can scream, oh, we need higher pay, but shit, everybody feel like that. I mean, at every job. Every job I felt like I was getting undercut. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, every job you work, you feel like, man, everybody done been there. They don't pay me enough for this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, everybody is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to be looking for the light in it all.
For sure.
Because it's like, what are you doing with your time? You wasting time out here.
Yeah.
Take the money you done made. Cause you ain't worked out there for 100 years.
Nah.
For nothing.
For nothing.
I mean, in a way, cause you ain't take ownership, you ain't take no equity. But it's like, why not build with what you've been getting from it? Other than accumulating material shit.
You want to be mad at the man when you just could be mad.
Go take that GMC back, bro.
For sure.
Have your career right, because you want to have your space for you and your family. You know what I'm saying? Man needs space, you know what I'm saying? But, man, come on.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to accumulate more.
That's just like, that's just kind of like, you got the jobs like that. You got to be selfless. That's like a port job with exchange of goods and services. I compare that to like a military, you know, a Marine or you know a Navy SEAL, National Guard, whatever, or a policeman. You got to be selfless. Yeah. Because if all the policemen or all the people in the military say, "Oh, we ain't fighting for the country," or "We ain't protecting the citizens today,"
you're gonna the flood.
You're gonna let everybody.
Yeah.
You know, you got. You got to be selfless. You got to know what you signed up for, bro. Yeah. And with a job like that, that's just like a teacher. You know, we all heard growing up, the teachers are saying, "Oh, they don't get paid enough. Teachers are underpaid." Well,
I understand now, man.
But like I said, everybody feel like they underpaid, bro.
Yeah. But to an extent, though, you know, like because, granted, you know, I used this saying the other night, but it was like. It's like this scriptural thing where it says, all right, give due to Caesar what's due to Caesar. Give God what's due to God. Yeah. You know, and it's like Caesar as the taxes, right? And so these things that are jobs provide an opportunity to exchange your time for cash flow. Some people, fortunate enough, they don't even have to get into that spectrum. But I'm just saying, if you choose to jump into that, you got to just know, like, it ain't gonna never max to what you are worth. Only you can pull that out the ground. For sure. But at this point, you're being inspired by somebody who maybe pulled something out the ground. Maybe. Yeah. And the reason I say maybe because these corporations wouldn't have happened without the work. A lot of our ancestors.
Yeah, and that too.
Pulling it from the ground.
Yeah.
You know, so
built on the backs.
Built on the backs, man. You know, so when we talk about the inflation and the economy, the post strikes, man, it's like right when you think you got it bad, somebody got it worse.
For sure.
Somebody got it. So it's just like, man, we just gotta keep building, bro. Sure. You know. And that's my spiel on that. I ain't really, you know, it's relevant. Yeah. I do
we'll see what happened, for sure. Because, hey, that's another thing. We'll just like the election. We'll probably be right back on the couch. We'll see what happened with that. If the economy taking a major hit or an effect of this strike.
I'm a tired because we had these in 3, but it's really 1. And you know, you talk about the death in hip hop, but I think that's literally, metaphorically. And I love hip hop. Yeah. Like if I had to claim a religion, I might say
hip hop. Yeah, for sure.
You know, it raised me, bro. Like hip hop. That
can quote many verses and scriptures of the hip hop Bible.
You feel me?
For sure.
Classic R&B, you know, stuff like that. But it's like, hip hop really is a world influence.
For sure.
I'm seeing that trend on TikTok now. That song that Meg Thee Stallion got, I'ma stop. Stop. They were killing it in China or wherever they at. Yeah. But like, hip hop got a grip on the world, man.
Right now, bro.
And then I think the majority of what is being showcased from hip hop is like the negative side. Mm-hmm. Cause I think it's polarity in everything. So if it's some bad, it's some good too.
Also, like
so where, you know what I'm saying? So where is the good? But
sure.
What do you think about the state of hip hop? And then like deaths in hip hop? Is there any particular deaths?
I do. From my heart and my generation, I do want to say R.I.P. to Rich Homie Coin.
Rich Homie?
R.I.P. to Rich
For sure.
Coin, man.
Some type of way. Hey, you feeling some type of way?
Hey, man.
I remember when they came out.
What they say, a time was had.
What was that? Was that like 2013?
13, bro.
14?
2013.
Yeah.
Bro, really, he died really from that era. One of my favorite rappers from that era. Yeah. If not my favorite rapper.
Rich Homie came with it. That was a different sound because there was a lot going on. I think Drake was really. He was
stepping himself showed in, but
so for Rich Homie to come in with a sound,
you had Rich Homie, you had the meat. he was a part of the new Atlanta wave, bro. I'll just say that.
He came. So was Migos was already out.
They all came in together. Him, Migos, Young Thug was already out, but that's when he was stamping his stuff.
So what? So Drake been in the game 2 years then.
Yeah, 09. So I say Drake. Thank Me Later dropped in 09, then 09, 10. So Drake had probably about 3 years in the game.
Damn, Thank Me Later dropped in 10.
09 or 10, yeah, for sure. I was in 9th grade, so yeah, it had to been 09, 2000. Best I ever had came out in like 08. So, man, you got to think, bro. Drake, So Far Gone came out like 08, 09. So, Drake been in the game for some years.
Yeah, he had, but he was like 2 more mixtapes. It was like the comeback season.
The comeback season, yeah.
And then there was another one. I can't think of the other one.
But yeah, man, I just say, bro, that whole wave though.
Big shout out to Pharaoh for putting me on Drake, my partner. Back from Auburn, we at the chat center. We got in the parking lot. He like, man, I'm gonna put y'all on this new dude, Drake.
Sure.
Okay then.
But yeah, you had the Rich Homie Quan Def. You know, we had the East Coast. I guess a New York East Coast legend, Fat Man Scoop. You know the DJ and the hype man. And
he didn't actually die on the stage. It was like when he got to the hospital.
Allegedly. And we had Beat King.
Allegedly.
The twerk guy, Beat King. You know, Texas legend.
Who was that?
Beat King. You know, you got to look at these people, bro. They like, death is in some religions or some cases a horrific and terrible experience, families, on loved ones or whatever. But you also got to look at these individuals and say, man, they lived a hell of a life, bro. They accomplished their goals. They chased their dreams, like you said, like the people at the jobs. What are they pouring back into themselves? At least these guys, poured back into, becoming what they became in life, and so maybe they didn't reach the top or the mountain that they wanted to go, but at least you seen them climbing to get there. You know what I'm saying? So
what do you base that off of? Like to say that they lived a hell of a life.
I say impact. I say them doing what they love to do. I feel like if you're climbing a ladder or at least achieving goals in the field that you love to do, I feel like you really living. Cause like what Drake say, everybody dies, but not everybody lives. So I feel like if you're doing what you love to do, you could be making no money. Like this right here, we ain't necessarily monetizing right now.
We build it up.
But I'm doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
So God can strike me down right now and I'll be doing what I love. I can, go with a smile on my face.
But we are here intentionally planting a seed.
Yeah.
Because the currency isn't just from the monetization.
For sure.
And the monetization doesn't always have to equate to this cash flow, but it could be a flow. Yeah. This could grow us to to heights that we thought it was gonna be here, and it may evolve into something completely different.
Hey, this Southern Flow started in a hotel.
In a hotel room. Like
we're finding a space to rent. Yeah. So we barely had a place to rent. So
we had a backdrop in the deal.
Yeah. It started from just a thought, bro. Southern Flow started from a thought, and you seen us in the other lines and the other the player lines we had, and now we in a business setting with the lights and the big screen, and so we just evolving, bro. But we still doing something we love to do. Yeah, and I feel like
we definitely. It's a podcast. We definitely we gonna definitely continue to build our aesthetics for ourselves, for our audience, because we want it to be pleasant for them.
For sure.
Not to just hearers, but definitely hearers, and also seers.
For sure. Like, see the growth. Yeah.
See the growth, literally.
For sure.
And we and then that inspires them to build up because they see the organic growth. For sure. But
I definitely feel like though I feel like death is less sad, and I think black people as a culture we need to start looking at that. If death is sad, but if you know you're living out your purpose or what you love to do or fulfilling your life's purpose, it should be celebrated also.
For sure.
So
it's fair to mourn.
Yeah.
Sometimes people may carry on longer than what's necessary because you know it's scriptural text there that talks about you can't. There's something that you can't control.
Yeah.
You can only the only preparedness is living in the max of your life. You know, and maybe in that it gives me some brace to better cope with it.
For sure.
Cause I didn't go a day with regret. You know, and that goes to reaching out, talking to your moms and your parents if you got your parents and your loved ones, and talking to your spouses and all that. And as we are in talking about just the death of hip hop, I definitely believe that there's life there. And then you have two situations under that, like Dawg situation. You got Diddy.
Yeah.
All of these things are attached to hip hop. You know, and
Just
it,
peel it back.
like you just peeling it back. You know, Dawg. We see is just a same. What you how you say it? It's like
same song, different. I guess different singer, different cadence.
Yeah, like same lyrics, different tune.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not surprised at it. It's nothing that I'm impressed of. It's like, man, a man was assassinated, and then come to find out you don't even get what's said, and it's like, man, they treated his life like a rag doll.
For sure.
And that's us we don't know it just leads you into these emotions.
For sure.
It leads you into these emotions. And I feel like that's how not necessarily hip hop, because hip hop is just a tool, but the regime at hand,
the culture,
plays it with the media.
For sure.
You know, so you got this presidential election and you got all this stuff going on like with Diddy. 1,000 baby bottles.
Yeah.
You know, allegedly it could be drugs.
Which is not even illegal if it is.
Yeah, and this is no way.
Yeah, we ain't promoting.
Let justice be served.
Yeah.
But let's also serve the facts that this so-called legal system, man, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. And maybe we have to have somebody on who helps me to understand, like, why, if you convicted me, you found me to be guilty on this, you sure? Why we gotta wait a year?
For sure.
To get something popping?
And then why?
Maybe 2 weeks. You gotta get the paperwork situated and all that.
And why, are you exposing my,
my personal
business, like with the baby oil? There's no law saying I can't buy 1 million bottles of baby oil. There's no law saying that I, can't,
How do we hold these people accountable for the games they play
for sure
via media? And that's why it's hard to take it serious. I mean, you take heed to these things that are projected out, but man, we gotta focus in because it's crazy.
It's real tricky out here. What they say is getting spooky out here. For sure, man. That's why I say stay on your P's.
It's horrific.
Dot your I's and cross your T's. Hey, what's going on is what's going on, bro.
Yeah.
You got to see and don't see.
Yeah.
And don't get caught in that spider web, because once you in there, they say when you're green, you in, I guess. So.
And what I learned, politics isn't just a sport for these branches of government.
Yeah.
Politics is like a spiritual tool. And all I'm saying is when 2 or more people come together, it turns into politics.
Automatically.
We finna chop it up. Even if my agenda is always good for you, I still have an agenda. I still got my perspective. I still got my angle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all, of course, we have our agendas on the table, but all I'm just saying it turns into, we got a politic, we got a bill. Oh, we may not do it in this room. We'll do it in this room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we find the angles where it work. Oh damn, you right, Trey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Damn, it's bigger than what the vision. You made the vision bigger.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't just go to. It's just not over there. It's that's a part of life, and that's why I feel like it's not all fun and games all the time. Like just sitting down, lollygag, and leave room for chatty patty and.
Yeah.
Just be intentional, handle your business, mind your business, you know, and work with your hands, man, and don't let the media fool you. You know,
Sure.
Pop said that, you know.
Yeah,
you know,
he was giving the
you got to record, you know, hey,
90s,
don't get caught up in the mix, because the media is full of dirty tricks.
For sure.
Only God can judge me, man. Hey, Pop was hey.
He was a hell of a nigga.
I love Pop, man. I love Pop. Like, he was an art. You know, he was a art, but he was definitely an artist. It wasn't just like, man, the way he put the words together.
Mm-hmm.
He go from Romeo and Juliet to Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the Jekyll and Hyde of love. I'm loving you at the same extreme, but on one side, you know, I'm lover boy, but then on the other side, like, shit, we brawl, like, we busting, you know, like, can you play both sides like that with me? Can you do it like that, baby? Can you do it like that, baby?
And in this world we live in, it's rare to find a woman that even understand.
Yeah. All I need in this life, man.
A woman can't even pitch what you catching nowadays. Or there you come at it like that.
Yeah, man. And you know, we could go on for hours about that.
For sure.
But it's like I always say, it's a beautiful thing when that natural process take order, you know,
sure.
and that man and that woman, and you know how they say is
talking that talk, bro, from up top, bro.
Yeah.
But just, hey, yo, before we go, bro, tell them all the, endeavors. This the man with the plan, the mastermind.
Man,
bro.
it's the Southern Flow, right? You know, this podcast, we're gonna just say, is brought to you by Southern Flow Logistics, Gum,
Sure.
Art Folk, Just Relax,
Sure.
the Snow Foundation. Shouts out to Soul Grace. Shouts out to Sir Southside Walt. Shouts out to the Carver Museum.
For sure.
Shouts out to WMA. Shouts out to my people over in the bottom over there, Auntie Katie's. At the garden, at the community garden. Just big shouts out to the Circle City, man. Big shouts out to the 38. You know, big shouts out to the 6.
Yes, sir.
You know, Clio specifically, but you know, Louisville, Clayton, Baker Hill, you follow, you know, all them areas, you know, big shouts out. I just appreciate everybody tuning in, man. I ain't, to be honest, I came in a little bit on the dry side, and then like coming into the room, it gave me a whole different perspective.
Yeah, we back in, man.
Getting into this episode, sure. I got it. I've gained excitement.
Yeah. Back in that mode, bro.
So I just appreciate again the people who tapped me on the shoulder and like, hey man, y'all gonna bring the Southern Flow back.
Yeah, one more time, where we at right now?
We at Just Relax Business Lounge.
Oh yeah.
A real dope spot right here in the South Side.
For sure.
We downtown. Prime real estate is prime action. Big shouts out to everybody at the Minority Fund. And big shouts out to everybody at Just Relax. It's so much to say, and it feel like so little time because we closing this up. We just really wanted to get in here and build with y'all, let y'all know we back on the ground. It's going down. Stay tuned for upcoming events because Southern Flow about to get in your chest.
For sure.
Art Folk about to get in your chest. You know, Gum all in your chest. The world's best trophies all in your chest. I ain't even got my pieces in. I'm so sad, but it's more to come. You know, it's more to share. You know, the sky is not the limit. Sure. It's just a view.
For sure.
And this how we do, man. Trey B, go ahead, man.
Sure,
get to
man.
it,
Just
man.
stay tuned, man. Just stay tuned, bro. I appreciate everybody tapping in. The whole Wiregrass, Dothan, from Dothan to the Barbican to
Yeah.
wherever you from, man.
Yeah.
The whole United States.
All over the world.
Hey, the whole everybody Southern Flow, man. We all Southern Flow,
Yeah.
man. This for y'all, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, man.
So just with that being said, we out. Peace.